Here we go. It is the Nightcap brought to you by Galactic Fried Chicken right here on BearcatJournal.com. I'm Chad Brendel. He's Aaron Smith. Thanks to everybody that tuned in to the BCJ podcast tonight. A lot of great stuff on the BCJ pod that we covered a lot of ground. That
Goodness.
that was longer than most BBPs.
Yeah, actually, without a mailbag.
Without a mailbag and the potential of maybe like Aaron and Dave Bengals podcast
There was a little teaser
coming up. There's a little
perhaps.
we'll see if we'll see. We'll work on that. If you're interested,
Maybe kick the tires.
if you're interested in an Aaron and Dave Bengals podcast, let us know. But if you're interested in Galactic Fried Chicken, like I did that,
Mm-hmm.
go to galacticfriedchicken.com, download the app, Android, iPhone, order your pickup order ahead of time, order delivery.
Start getting those Super Bowl orders in now.
Yeah, man. Like if you're gonna have, I'm tempted. I always have a Super Bowl party every year. We have decided we're not going to go to the Super Bowl. Instead, we booked a vacation. We were going to book. I know I talked about this. We were going to go to Dallas in June. Instead, we're going to LA in June. Booked a spot in Venice Beach. Booked the airfare. The family's gonna head out to LA in June. So we're gonna be home for the Super Bowl, and we just might have to rock the Galactic Fried Chicken spread for the Super Bowl party here at the Brendel household. If you want an invitation, I'm not going to give you one. So. Let's get it going, Aaron. The biggest news of the day: Bearcats get a commitment, a big commitment, high 3-star, just on the cusp of 4-star status. Kamari Anderson from Michigan commits to the University of Cincinnati, Cass Tech High School, which is just a Division I football prospect factory. In that big 6'4", 6'5", 230-pound range. Got a lot of Lenny Taylor to him. Can be a guy that blocks on the inside, can be a guy that makes plays in the passing game. And the Cincinnati Bearcats are now up to the number 9 recruiting class in the country with the addition of Kamari Anderson. This one's significant, Aaron, because Cincinnati went into Michigan. They beat out the University of Michigan for a guy whose older brother is at the University of Michigan playing football. This one is a big one, man. This one is significant in terms of what is, that question is always there since August. What is Cincinnati recruiting going to look like when they get into the Big 12? They just went toe-to-toe with Michigan and Pitt and several other high major programs and landed, a top 400 recruit in the country, a top 10 prospect in the state of Michigan. That's big, man. That's big.
Is Jim Harbaugh still the coach at Michigan? Do we even know at this point?
Oh, yeah, he's still the coach. You know why? Because the Minnesota Vikings did not offer him the job. That was the beauty of yesterday. I'm coming back to Michigan, and there's never going to be a question about my commitment to Michigan ever again after I interviewed for a job that wasn't offered to me.
Whoops.
What? Anyhow, Kamari Anderson, significant addition for the Cincinnati Bearcats 2023 class. Number 2 prospect in the class behind linebacker Trevor Carter, and a huge start for the offense.
Yeah, I mean, we knew that tight end had been a question mark, especially not knowing if Josh, if Lenny were going to come back this year. Obviously, both of them have come back to finish out what they started here, and that's fantastic. But after this year, what's in the cupboard right now? You got Shimon Mateer, and after that, you got Singletary, you got Question marks, big question marks, and this fills some of that gap. Um, I don't know. I think it's a huge spot that they filled with this kid coming in. Obviously, Jackson McGohan, we're still hoping that he can put on the weight to continue being a tight
Well,
end.
no, I think that the thing with Jackson is he's going to be a Josh Wiley.
Josh Wiley type.
And if you read the article from Mick, Kamari talked about like that conversation of they want Jackson to be that flex K position named after Travis Kelce that's like out in the slot and split out wide, and they want Kamari to be Lenny Taylor. It, can be a thumper inside, can block. I think that's like we'll talk about this more in the coming days because I think the addition of Nate Letton, the graduate assistant, moving up to tight ends coach is going to be something we talk about more as something that is done here in the near future. They're gonna have one of those big physical inline tight ends, and if you can get one that also has hands, is also a threat in the passing game. Like that's the thing with Lenny, right? Lenny can line up in line and hit you.
Yeah, but
he can also make plays 20 yards down the field.
I was gonna say he's on the verge of a 100-yard game every game he's on the field. So yeah, I get it. But no, I think that they definitely shored up a position of need because again, after this year, what's to say what's going on with this room? So no, it's definitely well done on the staff's part because this thing came together pretty quick.
And it's pretty crazy to see how much one guy can impact an entire recruiting like pipeline. Because you know what all these kids are talking about from Detroit?
Sauce.
Yeah.
Like the Galactic fried chicken sauce?
No, just regular sauce. Sauce Gardner.
Nothing regular about him, but
no. Well, he's really good, but if I had a first round pick, I'd probably take the Galactic fried chicken sauce one spot ahead of Ahmad Gardner. I love it. But Kamari Anderson commits, Amir Herring, Amari Snowden, like all these kids in Detroit that grew up kind of idolizing Ahmad Gardner because of like who he is and his ability to connect with those kids that are growing up in inner city Detroit. Kamari talked about there's a lot of like Detroit vibes in Cincinnati where it's a big city, it's vibrant, but the UC campus is right in the middle, and you're not, in a small time college town.
Right.
You're in a city, and that's attractive to kids. And I think it's I'll probably take heat for this comparison. Notre Dame makes a lot of hay on kids that grew up in going to private Catholic schools, right?
Sure.
Cincinnati can make a lot of hay going into places like Detroit and being like, hey, we have a small college vibe because everything is, from the apartments to the Linder Center to Nippert to now what's being built with the indoor practice facility. Everything's right there.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of that is a city.
Yeah.
And you're not stuck in the middle of nowhere.
Well, I mean, you saw it even just this week. The Cincinnati Bengals are practicing in the bubble on UC's campus just because the weather's going to be horrendous.
Right. And they're going to play in LA. They need a clean field to play on to practice as they go to play in a dome in LA.
Yeah.
I just hope it smelled okay today.
But I mean, the fact that you're going to be potentially rubbing elbows with Bengals players from time to time, like there's just a cool feel about being on a relatively urban campus.
Yeah. So we don't have a ton else today. I mean, I think that was the big news. Stay tuned to my Twitter feed tomorrow. We'll see if I got a little something to break on the tight end coach front. Basketball Sunday. We'll get to that. It's already Thursday.
We were supposed to be a game tonight.
At a game tonight, yeah.
Right.
We'll get to Houston and Isaiah Collier and a lot of basketball stuff as we get through the weekend.
Did they announce
on the nightcap?
Did they announce tip yet for Tuesday?
Is it up in the air?
When they announced the reschedule, it didn't have a tip off time
For the 15th.
Correct.
Oh, that's 12 days away, Aaron.
I just don't want another 9 o'clock tip off.
I'm struggling to like make sure we have like things lined up from now to Sunday. Figuring out what's happening the following Tuesday.
Yeah. It was a snow day. I had lots to think about.
Yeah, I'm filling in for Mo on the 9th on Wednesday. While Mo figures out what's going on in LA. I was told Mo is going to be with you as much as possible that day. And then I talked to Mo on the air today. He's like, yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm supposed to get the lay of the land on that Wednesday. I'm like, the lay of the land in LA. You realize how long I lived out there for a year and a half. I didn't really get the lay of the land the entire time I was out there. Mo's going to get the lay of the land in the 7 hours he gets off the plane.
We'll see.
Yeah. Well, so Wednesday the 9th, I'll be in for Mo, and we'll see how that goes.
Fair enough.
All right. That's going to wrap it up. Go listen to the BCJ pod. Thank you for listening to this. A lot of information flying all over the place. Senior Bowl continues tomorrow into the game on Saturday. So we will have plenty more. Aaron Smith, Chad Brendel, Galactic Fried Chicken, Bearcat Journal, Nightcap.
See ya.